AI actually is, or have this conversation about a pilot, like, which is like the dumbest conversation to have because you have to have a specific qualifications to be a pilot, right? But that's on purpose. Nobody ever really wants to have the real conversation, which is like you said, and like I said, it's how do we even get here? And why aren't you upset about that?
Yeah.
Why aren't you upset about that? Like that we even have to have this conversation.
Yeah.
So I want to show you really quick before you go this funny ass clip. And it lighthearted. Yeah, you know David Pacman, man. I don't know if you do. You know David Pacman? David don't really like me that
much. Niko.
Bro, you know he just be David be saying shit and it'd be so funny because it's like watching satire. You would think it's like back in the day, Stephen Colbert or Jon Stewart because he says it so seriously. Mm-hmm. And what comes out of his mouth, you're like waiting for him to like chuckle a little bit, but he just keeps going. Oh. Yeah. But this shit is gonna have you look.
Biden has Parkinson's. So what? It makes no difference to me. It would do nothing to dissuade me from voting for him. The progression of Parkinson's disease and these related Parkinsonian disorders, they really vary, but they are typically slow to progress. In the early stages, the first 3 years, you're talking about stiffness and sometimes mild tremors. Minimal impact on daily activities. Almost everyone in the first 3 years can perform whatever tasks they were previously performing. You then get into the middle years, 3 to 7 years, where symptoms get worse. It can take 15 years to get what would be called late stage Parkinson's. So would it be a big story if the White House were hiding that Joe Biden has Parkinson's? It would. It would. Does it have any bearing on how I would vote in November? Absolutely none.
Bro.
Why are they focused on Parkinson's when nobody ever said anything about him possibly having dementia?
Oh no, actually, no. An expert came out and actually confirmed that that's exactly what he has. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. No, that's why he had to. It's now being forced to be addressed because there was experts that went to the White House multiple times, like Parkinson specific experts, and then this expert who is a lifelong Democrat came out and confirmed that.
You noticed anything that gives you a red flag as a doctor?
Oh, yeah. I see him 20 times a day in clinic. I mean, it's ironic because he has just such classic features of neurodegeneration. I mean, word finding difficulties, and that's not, I couldn't find the word. That's from degeneration of the word retrieval area.
He's also overcome stuttering, though. Could that be part of that, too?
No, this is not a palatal issue or a speech discrepancy, which is very different from a lemino dysfunction, actual word retrieval, where you pick a similar question or talk around the issue, plus the rigidity, monotone voice.
Wait, go back to that, the rigidity. What do you mean?
Rigidity, loss of arm swing, standing up lordotically. You notice when he turns, it's kind of end block turning. It's not a quick turn. So that's one of the hallmarks of Parkinson's is rigidity and bradykinesia, slow movement. And he has that hallmark, especially with the low voice that said was a cold hypophonia. A small monotone voice like this over time is a hallmark of Parkinsonism. I could have diagnosed him from across the mall.
Here are some of the symptoms from Parkinson's. We just had him up there on the screen. If we can put him back. What about the movement? Some people have pointed out the way he walks. Sometimes it's not very fast, small steps. Is that something that is common in people who are battling a disease like Parkinson's?
Yeah, it's a hallmark. Shuffling gait, we call that, so little steps. Loss of arm swing from the rigidity. When we walk, we have a nice cadence. You notice he doesn't really swing his arms. And end block turning, meaning he kind of pivots around his foot. If you said, hey, President Biden, he wouldn't go like this. But I also know, and tell me if I'm wrong here, it's very hard to diagnose Parkinson's, isn't it? It's not simple. I mean, I've heard that it can be. It's one of the easier movement disorders to diagnose, actually.
Right,
but it's so clinical. There's very little.
Actually, no, it's the opposite. He literally just said he could diagnose Biden from across the mall. So
others, and I'm a Democrat. I always say about this.
Right.
It's just like this guy is not a hard case.
But I've had relatives who have gone through neurological issues, and I've heard that sometimes Parkinson's is not very easy to nail. You have to
this man's. He said, I got a relative. Motherfucker, this is an expert in Parkinson's. He's like, I got relatives though, man. I got relatives. But yeah, bro, yeah. He got Parkinson's. It's not like people are, this is not conjecture. Like they're really, that's what it is.
Yeah, but I mean, even still, like I just, quick Google search. is this website called Alzheimer's.org. Says at first it mainly causes problems with development. It says, however, after a few years, some people also start to have problems with thinking, memory, and perception. These symptoms are mild at first for many people. They do not get much worse. However, around a third of people with Parkinson's usually develop dementia. Therefore, that's why I asked about the dementia thing. Is that, Joe Biden, does he also have dementia? Because the thing is like, in my view, from what it looks like, it's not just Parkinson's. I think it's Parkinson's may be one of the only problems. The issue is they're trying to say, okay. It might be Parkinson's, but that doesn't matter. But it's like, once you get dementia in there too, then it's like, oh, this guy is cooked.
Yeah. And if anything, the dementia was more obvious in the Parkinson's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's only recently that he started developing a lot of the symptoms, or he started demonstrating publicly, at least, a lot of the symptoms of Parkinson's consistently. Not before, even at the beginning of the of his administration, it looked like it was talking like he had dementia, right? Forgetting things mid-sentence, losing track of what he was talking, losing track of where he's going, losing track of who he's talking to, can't remember. Like literally, he just, bro, did you see the NATO thing? He was giving his speech and he was like, oh, I forgot I was talking to your wife.
Oh yeah.
I said, what the fuck? I forgot I was talking to your wife. Whoa, wait a minute. I'm sure somebody in that crowd was like, bitch, whose wife was you talking to? Like, he was having a flashback, Nasty Joe. Let me get to these super chats so we can get up out of here. Eric Huzo, thank you very much for the super chat. Pac-Man's eyes are so close together that he must have bad depth perception. Oh shit.